It's a beautiful place to live and work. Grown up here, it's in my blood, you know, I'm connected to it.
You can see that this land and this country has been cared for by many, many different people over millennia, and it's really lovely to see the Watson family so carefully caring for it.
Milpost is a family farm. I live here with my family, and my dad inherited the farm from his parents maybe 40 years ago, and we've got merinos, we've got superfine merinos. That's the sort of main enterprise, but it's a permaculture farm. Mum and Dad actually met on the first ever permaculture course, so we've got a whole farm plan, a permaculture plan, and we sort of try and produce as much food as we can.
Jill Sandbrook had called me and said, hey, do you want to be part of this project about regenerative farming, art, placing it within a bigger context about climate change and Indigenous history and cultural respect? And of course I jumped at it and thought, oh, fantastic, that's everything I do, perfect. When she had paired me up with the Watson family to come out here, I already knew of the cultural significance and of a small portion of the history, Indigenous history here. And so I knew about the Stone Axe Quarry.
So it's special in not only that it's an Aboriginal place, but it's also always been a spot we were attracted to because of that vantage point over the whole farm.
Often when I make works, particularly if they're video, time-based works, I try to make them all in basically one sitting. So I'll just sort of try and place myself in a spot and stay there and watch the sun change and, you know, the light come up and down and really experience the life of a day. When I came up here to see the Axe Quarry, which is clearly one of the reasons that I wanted to come out to this property, I thought it was really important to acknowledge the site, but also out of respect to Ngunnawal, Ngunnawal and Ngambri peoples, not to depict it within the work. And so instead I incorporated the vista that you get from up here on this beautiful hill into the work instead. It's really nice seeing these trees again. There were such prominent figures in the work.
Oh, yeah. We're trying to be good stewards of the farm. Part of that is placing value on not just the animals that help us directly pay the bills, as it were, but all those other plants and animals that are part of the ecosystems at Milpost. We know that the conditions are going to get more extreme, and we've seen that in the last 6 years. We had three extremely dry years followed by 3 extremely wet years. The better condition that our ecosystems are in, the more resilient they'll be to those extremes. At the core of it, we'll appreciate the privilege that we have in being able to live here. We need to look after the country and manage it as if it's got to support many generations to come, which hopefully it will.